John, how are
Hi, John.
Hi, John.
How are you? Good to see you.
I don't believe that they do that.
The most convenient one to grab, so why not?
Well, are we gonna have our meeting afterwards?
After this?
You guys sweat over there?
Yeah. Yes.
What's
that?
People that pay their tax bill or bad AC in here.
I used to have a boat in that harbor, and then I brought it down to Woodmont, and I sold that smaller one, and I had to get it just anymore. It's pretty much. A lot faster.
Yeah. Well, maybe not as fun. Were you on Tom?
No, way up there now. 30 seconds. Let's pass this meeting. Let's go.
And I said, I've asked him. You don't know the question.
Good pass, Mr. Mayor. Oh, I was just wrong. Nothing. Last three. All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the August 13 meeting of the City Council. Please rise and recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Tiki, roll call, please.
Councilmember Wood. Here. Mayor Pro Tem Conrad.
Here.
Councilmember Ritchie.
Here.
Mayor Darrow.
Here.
Councilmember Donovan.
Here.
Councilmember Blue.
Here. Do I have a motion to excuse Councilman Soroka from tonight's meeting?
Motion.
All right, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 3, reading and consideration of the minutes of the regular meeting from July 8, 2024. Are there any corrections?
On the page 4. Stood in your stead for stating the meeting, so you obviously could not have closed the public comment. Or you could not open.
No. Pretty good trick.
Actually, he's pretty remarkable, so they might.
It's this. We will make those corrections.
Good catch.
Anything else? All right, with those changes, the minutes are approved as submitted. 4, consideration of a request to approve the purchase of the provision camera system for public safety. Our team over there. Yes.
Turn it over to
Director Hutchins.
Thank you. Thank you. So our current public safety camera system, and when I talk about the public safety camera system, I'm referring strictly to body worn cameras and in-car mounted cameras, not the cameras inside of the station or around the campus or anywhere else. So our current public safety camera system through a company called Safe Fleet is converting over to cloud storage as of January 2025. They're going the way of all the other camera manufacturers. 7 years ago, Director Jensen and I came to council and asked for a server system to store camera data. We approached the Michigan State Police at the time about cloud storage. They weren't sold on it. They didn't recommend it, so we asked for a server. Currently, our data gets downloaded to a server and then we have to burn it to Blu-ray discs. We have 7 years of Blu-ray discs in storage right now, which I know now seems terribly antiquated. So everything's going over to the cloud. So the first thing that we did was we talked to our current provider, which is Safe Fleet. And we said, Safe Fleet, yeah. Safe Fleet provides our current camera system with the server storage. And we said, what's it going to take to convert to cloud-based storage? So they gave us a quote, and it came in pretty high. Came in higher than anybody, just to convert and not even give us new cameras. So that was $238,835. They did offer a 5-year agreement, but every feature that you wanted beyond the initial quote was an a la carte system. So you had to add on how long and how much cloud storage. You had to add on redaction software, which we already pay for. You had to add on a warranty for repair and replacement, and on and on and on. So we said, well, what's it gonna cost to go to just new cameras? And they said, well, it's gonna be more than that. So we decided to get quotes from a couple other companies. So we got quotes from GTAC and ProVision, which are both very well-known camera companies in the law enforcement community as far as body-worn and in-car video cameras. GTAC quoted us $225,794. They wanted it all up front, lump sum. It did include new cameras. It did include unlimited data. It did not include installations in the cars, which means we'd have to take our cars and the new cameras and take them to a third-party vendor and pay thousands of dollars to have them installed. And I'll get back to this. They did not also offer camera replacements at 30 months, which ProVision does. So ProVision is the best value for the money. They quoted us, and I'm sorry, this number is wrong on one of these sheets. They quoted us $173,642, which is what we budgeted for. 5-year agreement includes all new body cameras. It includes installations on site in all of our vehicles, unlimited cloud storage, license. It incorporates the redaction software that we are currently paying separately for. Camera recharging docks, and at 30 months, they're going to replace our body cameras with whatever the latest model is. So it's the best value for the money. The other thing I like about ProVision is they're the only company of the 3 located in Michigan. They're up in Byron, which I guess is south of Grand Rapids. Safe Fleet is based in Missouri. GTAC is out of California and Minnesota. And part of the problem with that is the turnaround time. When something breaks down, you have to send it in for repair. You can wait a long time to get a camera back. So I looked into, there's currently 88 departments across the state of Michigan that utilize ProVision. The department closest to us that utilizes ProVision is the Wayne County Sheriff. Each of the Grosse Points uses someone different. Grosse Pointe Farms and Grosse Pointe Woods are the only departments that issues every officer their own camera. We also issue every officer their own taser, their own radio, and their own sidearm, which provides for better accountability. It, when you're exchanging cameras between officers on different shifts, you have the potential for problems with that. So we issue everyone their own equipment, and as well as Chief Osanke in the woods. Grosse Pointe Park rotates cameras between their shifts. They have Motorola. Grosse Pointe City uses GTAC. They rotate cameras. Grosse Pointe Shores uses WatchGuard, and they have 4 cameras. So that tells you how stressed those cameras are. So when all is said and done, we are asking to purchase a new package from ProVision. We've heard a lot of good things about them. They've given us the best value for the buck. We don't really have a choice as far as now updating to the cloud system. We'll continue to retain the disks in the server, for as long as we have to, as long as we can, because all of the past 7 years is stored on that system. There will be more than enough cameras for every officer to have their own camera, as well as some backup officers, and that also includes parking officers and the animal control officer. So everyone will have a camera. So beyond that, and the car cameras, which there will be 9 of, and they'll do, like I said, they'll do the installation here. So that pretty much covers the information. If anyone has any questions.
Any questions from council? John?
Just a quick comment, Mr. Mayor. Director Hutchins, thank you very much for bringing this issue to City Council. Not only is this proposal that you bring to us tonight great in terms of replacing the existing equipment that we have today, but I, like you, consider this as a tremendous upgrade for those who live in the city, who come to visit the city, who work in the city, by equipping each and every officer with body cameras, with cameras in their patrol vehicles, animal control. That'll go a long way to further enhance the great services that we provide to everyone here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Last questions, Joe?
I only question, there's a big discrepancy in pricing.
Mhm.
You really feel comfortable that you're not getting shortchanged somewhere. It's $50,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, well, Provision's been around for 12 years. They're a newer company than the other two, and I think they're aggressively trying to price the position in the market. They're local, which I really like. They've given us more, and I talked to some high-ranking people in Wayne County, and they've been happy with the cameras. They received a technology award in 2021 as an innovator in camera technology. I haven't seen any red flags with them, or we wouldn't have done that. We wouldn't have gone with them. So.
And how long have they been with Wayne County?
I don't know how long they've been with Wayne County, but that is the largest local department who uses them. And a lot of community colleges use them too, but they're all over the state. I don't know how long they've been in Wayne County though.
But when we're talking about cloud storage, we're talking about our data going to an offsite source.
Right.
Services like that are, well known, like Amazon Web Services and Microsoft Azure and stuff. So did any of the people that you talked to have any problems with any of their servers or any of the cloud
No.
soft or hardware having any kinds of problems? In other words, being hacked or cyber attacks, anything like that. How I guess I'm concerned about data security.
Yeah, so were we 7 years ago, which is why we hadn't gone to it yet.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So how it usually works now, I guess, with these cloud-based storage systems and cameras, it's after 120 days, if you haven't tagged it, okay, it starts to purge. So, a normal routine traffic stop that you don't get a complaint on, you don't even issue a ticket, you get a warning, or you interact with someone in the lobby downstairs or whatever. If you don't tag it, and once you tag it, it's there forever until you delete it. And so arrests, complaints, that type of stuff, once you tag it, it's in there forever. After that, every single encounter that you have isn't going to be saved forever unless you tag it. So after 120 days, it starts to purge itself. So as long as you get in there within about 4 months, which is, usually we get our complaints much sooner than that. And, or anything that's related to an arrest or a major incident is going to get tagged and it's going to get saved until it's deleted. But we have not been presented with anything problematic now in terms of cloud-based storage like we were back in 2017 when the director spoke with MSP. So obviously things have improved.
Sure.
So.
John, let me ask you a question. In your work with municipalities, have you seen use of cloud-based film cases, things you've reviewed?
Just about every case we use. There are lengthening times in which information is stored in the cloud. They have very strong assurances that the information, various firewalls and the like built in, so nobody can access that type of information but us and them, with camera systems going up on light posts and things, license plate readers and the like. It's pretty sophisticated these days, and more often than not,
It helps us tremendously. So my side job in the casino, it's all server/cloud.
Sure.
Yeah, so we
Oh, yeah.
we will send, video to shared drives and everything, so it's easy to exchange them with, people who exchange words. For us, DPD, MSP, or the gaming board, they'll get a lot of shared files with clip videos from servers and the cloud servers. So it's actually pretty easy to manipulate and to handle. Right, any questions from the public? Being none, public discussion is closed. What is the pleasure of council? Anyone making a motion to approve a 5-year agreement with Provision for not to exceed $173,642? Is that what you said? Instead of 79, kind of thing on the one page I'm looking at? So moved. All right, do I hear support? Yeah. Right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. All right. Item 5, consent agenda. Does anybody have anything to be removed from the consent agenda for individual consideration? See none. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda items A through? Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. You have item 6, the public safety report in front of you. A couple of vehicles. Bob's in them. I actually went to sleep and I left my car.
Don't even ask about August yet.
Really? Yeah. Really?
No.
Well, it's a good teaser. Put it on a billboard. And you can come in September and tell us what.
Okay.
Other business, Mr. Reside.
I have no other business.
Whoa.
Keep it short, we're trying to get there.
Anybody else on council about business? Joe?
Did everybody on council get that email from Chris of the, I know you did, on the Airbnb?
Oh, the short-term rental.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been on that pretty long.
Yeah, it's actually, there was a violation, a ticket issued for short-term rental. That's before Judge Birchback right now. I think there was actually be a matter.
Question is that it was brought up that Judge Birchback is used for fundraising.
Is that in the email?
Honorable Mayor,
Go ahead.
I have no idea what's being discussed, so could you?
I don't either. I did not receive the email, but that's a heavy accusation. I was gonna say, let's, it is a legal matter at this point, but it's kind of fun to see. Basically, there is a home that has a garden house on the corner, and they've been impermissibly using it as a VRBO and short-term rental. The family that has been running it has been ticketed and had many letters from the visits from our city about what they're doing. They withdrew the posting of a rental from almost every website, and this one next door neighbor keeps finding it somewhere. Now, if it's archived or if it's a current posting, but it is being litigated tomorrow. I don't know if Judge Birchback, if someone were to raise that with him, I hardly think he would not recuse himself if there was something direct as that. But I can't speak to it because he's got certain different rules of judicial conduct that he has to consider if someone asks him to recuse himself. So it's not for us right now. Only know that the city has been following up often.
Yep.
The police department has, Matt has, so we're on.
Okay, as long as everybody's aware.
Yeah, just for the sake of, clarification for everyone. We know this is against the ordinance, so why don't we talk about, what is that ordinance exactly, so that people understand what we're talking about? Because it's gonna be, he's going before a judge tomorrow, so we should kind of, you don't have to go word by word, but summarize what our ordinance is.
I can, we could, I'll let city attorney chime in, but this city council has adopted an ordinance that prohibits short-term rentals. You cannot have your typical Airbnb where you have, weekend rentals and people are coming in and out. So there are limits on duration that a home can be rented.
Okay, no, the other one.
That's
A
right.
minimum rental.
A minimum rental, so I believe it's 6 months is a minimum amount. And then as part of that, each time there's a change of occupancy, it does require a new C of O, certificate of occupancy. It has to be respected when you have a changeover. That is a position that is taken. We've enforced that ordinance. There's quite a bit of legislation now that has been proposed in Lansing that would actually take away local authority to limit short-term rentals to some extent, and there's other limitations that they could, local communities could enact, but clearly not have the right to outright forbid short-term rentals. But that nothing has been passed into law, and until that time happens, we'll vigorously enforce the ordinance. We do on a regular basis go onto websites, our code enforcement officers, and periodically we do find listings on various websites of homes that are being rented, and we notify, and we've been very successful in kind of nipping those in the bud. But if it does persist, as we believe it has in this case, this home, we will take action and issue a citation, which we have.
Thank you.
How long has the ordinance been in effect?
It's probably been 4 or 5 years.
5 years, I would say,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked in the email, same thing about the party being thrown for him, at least the one that he's not pretty much. So I'll circulate this, we don't get us.
Would you please?
Yes, I'd like to see it. Thank you.
I mean, nobody wants them next door anyway,
Yeah.
but it's out of our mind, it's like, but it's somebody's problem. And sometimes you walk by there, you drive by there, there's roller bags, people pulling roller bags up the street. So it's not.
That's why they changed, like, for the most part, people was like, oh, I didn't know,
Right.
right? This resident knows.
Right.
He has had more than a few visits from the city, so that's hopefully Chip gets it right. Any other business?
Louis, I was just gonna make a comment, compliment Chris at the park and Shane. The pickleball courts are now in and completed, they're very popular. The tennis courts have been renovated and they look great. John plays on them, I saw John playing the other day.
Well,
Yeah.
sort of like.
He's playing well, and then the paddle courts are all renovated and fixed up. So, I think all three of those racket sports looking great, and, I for one think it's terrific, we have a great park.
And there's a
The city did
pickleball
great.
competition going on at the end of the month that people can sign up for. So, it was just on our Facebook page, so it's a pickleball tournament, so it'll be fun.
On another note, the Farms Foundation is sponsoring the cocktail party in September, also the ribbon cutting of the pickleball courts. But so far for the pool party or the pool bathhouse, pool renovation, they've had donations already of $135,000.
Awesome.
To seed money, not as a endowment for the actual pool, but just to start all the stuff going towards the project.
Awesome, fantastic, thanks, Joe. Anybody else? In the public, couple public comments, anybody in the public comment today? Gary, come on up, name, address, please. Sure.
Gary Collins, 1222 Harvard Park. I'll say thank you to the farms as I'm kind of making my rounds, but for voting for the operating village removal for the school board. It's greatly appreciated. It's a big portion of our budget, and we have another one coming in November. So it's something fun. Not here to really speak about that. I'm just here to kind of reintroduce myself. I'm on the school board. Now I'm running for school board again this coming November. support every bit. I just wanted to again introduce myself, say thank you again to the Farm City Council and all the members of Grosse Pointe Farms for the support that you provide to the school district. It's greatly appreciated. And just a funny story, I guess 35 or 40 years ago, I never thought I would be coming to a council meeting talking about me running for school board and someone I've known for that long, being in the police force, because we met nowhere near Grosse Pointe Farms and nowhere. I would have never thought either one of us would be in this position nearly 40 years later. It's just kind of cool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Ted. Thanks for your service. Anybody else in the public? Seeing none, meeting adjourned.